Alright, so we have already seen how we can work with, let's say, the typical data types and a little bit of variables in Python. So this is time that we go for understanding the conditionals in Python. That is basically the if-else using in Python. So I will create a new script over here, right click, go to a new Python file, write down the name as conditionals.py, right? And that should open up. Now here we shall start writing the conditional statements. Now what is a conditional statement? A conditional statement basically means when we have a decision to make based upon certain logics. What is the example? Let us say we can have a very simple logic like this. If I am hungry, then I should. Otherwise, I should, let's say, if I'm hungry, then I should eat. Otherwise, I should work. So this is a simple thing. This is a simple, you can see there is a decision making, right? Whether you should eat or whether you should work. So this decision making is happening based upon certain logics. What is the logic? Whether I'm hungry or not. So here the logic is hunger, and the decision that is made is basically whether I should eat or whether I should work. Now here, if I want to write this thing in terms of Python, there is a very cool way of writing it. So first of all, you can see if I am hungry. So I can make a variable with the name I am hungry. So this one, we can make it true or false basically, because if I'm hungry, whether that event is true or that event is false, we can keep it anything. So let us initially, let's try it true. So I'm saying that I am hungry, this is true. That means I am actually hungry. And the logic will be written over here, the if else, right? So that will be written over here. I am hungry, colon. This is the syntax. If I am hungry, colon. Press enter. And remember, this time you have to start writing over here. Means there should be 4 gaps. Okay, there are 4 gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then you have to write. So if I am hungry, then let's say I'm printing, I need to eat. Else, once again colon and 4 gaps, I need to work. So if I run this program, let's say I run the conditionals program, you can see it says I need to eat. Why is it saying so? It is saying so because actually I'm hungry. Because I'm hungry, hungry is telling true. So yes, I'm hungry, so I need to eat. So make it false over here. Then it shall say I need to work. Because right now it is not hungry anymore. The space that we are giving, this space is extremely important, because if we do not give this space, then it will not consider this particular statement to be a part of the decision of this logic. If it has to be a part of the decision that is made because of this logic, it has to be within this tab. Basically, it's a tab means 4 spaces, right? You can press the tab key that is on your caps lock key in the left hand side of your keyboard. The same thing will happen. So by the way, PyCharm is intelligent. It kind of understands, okay, if you've given a colon, so you need a tab, so it automatically gives one. But in case you're writing a notepad or somewhere, if you happen to be doing that, then of course this space will automatically not come. You can press a tab. So now that we have seen this particular logic, let us try to go ahead a little bit more complex, because this was extremely easy. So let us see something a little bit more complex. Or let's assume that we want to build a calculator. Calculator is a decision making thing based upon logics. How? Why? See. So in a calculator, what happens? In a calculator, let's say we take 3 inputs. Let's assume like this. We take 3 inputs. One is the first number, 2 is the second number, and 3 is the operator. Means whether it is plus, minus, multiplication, or division, right? So it's a very simple calculator. It just takes 2 numbers and the operator, and it does the given operation, whatever operation we're asking it to do. So now let us try to take 2 numbers. Let us say number 1 equals to 15. If this is the case where number 1 is 15 and number 2 is 30, what you want to do is basically, let's say we want to also take an operator, right? So I'm calling this thing OP. OP equals to, I'm writing, let's say for example, Now within quotes we shall write, because this has to be a string, because plus minus these cannot be numbers, right? They have to be a string. So let us say plus. Now what we can do, we can actually try to find out what is the operation and print the result accordingly. Means what? See, if OP is, let's say, plus, then we can go ahead and we can say, so then the result will be num1 plus num2, because you can see it is plus, so it has to be num1 plus num2, and then I can print the result, saying print result. So now what you can do, you can see when you got multiple options, you can keep on writing if, because here definitely one thing is for sure, you cannot go for otherwise, right? Otherwise, or let's say else, we cannot write else over here, because if we write else over here, so that will mean everything apart from plus. So for minus also it will come to else, for multiplication also it will come to else, for division also it will come to else. So we cannot write else over here. What shall we write? We shall write else if. So if output is plus, then do this. Else, if output is something else, then do this. Else, if output is something else, then do something like that. So else if is written like ELIF. Means what? Else if, right? So in else if, what we shall write? We shall write that else if operation is minus. Then I want to say that result is number one minus number two. Okay, and print the result. Right. Else if operator is multiplication, result equals to num1 multiplied by num2, and print the result. Then you can write an else. Else. So here we have taken care of, let's say, plus also, minus also, multiplication also. The last thing that is remaining is definitely division. So you can put it in else. You do not need to write down this part. You can just write down else. Result equals to number one division number two. Let us try to run this thing. So we shall run this by clicking on this green button and see what happens. It gives us a lot of warnings. It says that this is a literal, do you mean double equal to something like that. So this is happening because we cannot write really is over here. You have to write down equal to equal to. See, I wrote is because I knew that it will show you the error and that will tell you that what exactly to do. So you cannot write is, you have to write down equal to equal to. So when you write one single equal to, that means that you are putting some value within the container, right? So result is a variable, within that you are putting some value. But when you write double equal to, that is like you're comparing. You're comparing the operator with plus, if it is matching or not. Now we know for our case it will match because we have written plus over here. So let us go ahead and let us try to run this. And this time, see, it says I need to work. Okay, that is coming from this one. Forget about it. From here, it is telling you 45, right? So 45 is coming because it added 15 and 30. If we change it to, let's say, minus, then the output should be minus 15, right? Because it is number one minus number two. 15 minus 30 is negative 15. Gives you negative 15, right? And let's say if I want to go for multiplication. So multiplication of 15 into 30 should be 450. 3 into 15 is 45. So it should be 450. Let's try to run it. Let's see. Oh, it says 450, right? So this is working. And the very last one is going to be division, where we know that if we are doing division, 30 into 0.5 is 15. So it should be like 0.5. And you can see it is coming as 0.5. Now, here in this program, there is a particular flaw. What is the flaw? Since I'm writing this part in else, now whatever I might pass over here, apart from plus, minus, or multiplication, will be accepted over here. Now you know that when you are testing, you are going to write down, let's say, division only, but you do not know users, right? Users can write down every single thing. They can write down anything. They can just write down something like this, and still it will be doing the division because it will fall under the else. So in this particular case, only because of this particular case, we have to in a calculator go with elif here also. We do not need an else. We will always add a, let's say, condition with our else clause by the word elif instead of just simply writing else. So elif operation equal to, let's say, slash, then do this Here you can write an else. Now if it is coming to else, that means it is neither plus nor minus nor multiplication nor a division. So then it is coming to else, then it is definitely a wrong operation. So we can say print operation not permitted, right? So now if I try to do this bad thing, it will tell me operation not permitted. So this is how you can go ahead and you can use conditionals. So now that we have understood conditionals, right? So it's time that we go for using conditionals even a bit more with another example, right? So let us try to see another example for conditionals. So here, see what we are trying to do. We are trying to do something like this. There is a container where we can keep 5 fruits. If there are already 5 fruits, we shall not keep any more fruits. But if there are less than 5 fruits, we can keep another fruit there. So let us say we have a variable with the name fruits in the container. Let us assume that it is 5. So we have 5 fruits over here. So now if I go and if I write down if fruits in container is less than 5, then only we can go for it, right? So if it is less than 5, then I want to go for keeping more fruits. I can print like keep more fruits here. But else means it is definitely equal to 5 or greater than 5, right? So if it is 5 or more, then we do not want to keep any fruit anymore, right? So if it is, because look at the logic, if it is already 5 fruits, then just let it be. So that is why I just said that if it's less than 5, then keep more fruits. Otherwise I could have done less than equal to. So that will mean that if it is less than 5 or equal to 5, then please go ahead for putting more fruits. But we do not want that. What we want? We want is that if it is less than 5, then we want to keep more fruits. So I'll delete the equal to sign from here, and here I shall write print keep it at other place. Right? That's what we shall say. Let's try to run this program and let's try to see what is happening over here. So if I run this, it says keep it at other place. But if I make it, let's say less than 5, for example 2 or 3, then it will say keep more fruits here. So this is the typical use case of writing if else statements.